and welcome to my page. My name is Cassandra, and today we're discussing presence in association with the works of Eckhart Tolle, a prominent spiritualist who has two books out called The Power of Now and A New Earth, which are very, very powerful practices. Getting present, being in the moment. A lot of people like to talk about getting present and being in the moment. However, they really have no idea how to explain it, and they discuss it in a conceptual form, which leaves you disempowered in the presence of the moment. I love the way that Eckhart Tolle describes being in the moment, and he utilizes external forces to demonstrate getting into the moment and becoming external of the moment. Listening to music as an example of the dependency of external getting in the moment. So a lot of people will meditate in association with music. They'll utilize music to fuel energy and create emotions within themselves, which then leaves them out from generating within their own selves. It stimulates emotions. Music does. It can stop the conceptual mind. So depending on the music that you're creating in your mind or the music that you're listening to, you can stop the conceptual mind of action. So concepts are the monkey mind, thinking of looking around and analyzing everything. But it's all concepts, and you never have any awakeness to new openings, which is why you have the monkey mind. So in the situation of maybe you're beginning to understand what getting in the moment means, it means honing in the energy by listening to music, but not using it as a crutch to take you out of your own specialness or your own presence of moment. Because there's a lot of subliminals out there, right? There's a lot of subliminals in the podcasts we watch. There's a lot of subliminals in the music we listen to. And they create a capacity for you to stop thinking on your own and to get you to stop creating your own thoughts in your own mind. So by being able to sit in silence with no electronics in front of you, you're able to take conceptual reality into practical reality. It's a very powerful experience within existence, not to mention within your power of thinking. You definitely want to utilize music and art as an appreciation factor. Someone's expressing, in the old days, because in the current way that art and music is being delivered, it's financial gains. But in the old days, listening to the likes of, I can't think of anyone at this time. Madonna is an example of expression from the inside out. Expressing yourself from the inside out, seeing colors and creating a blend for inspiration, and then allowing your audience to, and these are words from Madonna, create your, like your perception, getting the mind to think, because that's like the engine to get started. The engine. You know, a lot of people stay in the space of don't know how to get their creative juices flowing because they can't get present in the moment and they can't be self-aware of the moment. Too much monkey mind and external activities causing distraction, which is how the media operates at this time, which is how the Democratic Party operates at this time. When a peaceful existence comes from getting present in the moment, associated with self-awareness. It's great to appreciate art and music as a sense of creativity within your own creativity. I'm the cream, you're the skim milk. Noting that cream is like thick and voluptuous, and the skim milk is all thin and watered down. That even actually is associated with nature as a source of awareness game. You want to take a look at nature and external sources as observations, because you want to generate within your own self. That's the soul's activity. You want to see what you see and expand from the inside out, and you basically create a relationship with external environments, whether it be your trees, your grass. However, the trees and grass you don't want to be codependent on that. Because one day you might move to a big city and there are no trees and there is no grass. Then what? Obviously, you can go find trees and grass at this time, but you want to have the lessons in your life to generate from within to external. Healing comes from within. Your tree you can love, however, the tree does not allow yourself to heal. You have to initiate the movement of the energy to chop up the energy so you can dissipate it. You dilute that into expansion for yourself, which is also called growth. So most people operate at this time from external validation, and it occurs as a thick cloud of fog that you can barely move through. However, you don't recognize it like that because you're viewing it as a certain way of being for yourself, as if it's normal, and it's not normal. Music can soothe, but it can also hypnotize you. Music can soothe, but it can also hypnotize you, as it also can uplift your mood. Like Kygo is an example of a music group that really gets me excited. It gets me motivated to work out on my spin bike. I always know that I'm me, and it's there as an accent. Music has the ability to invite demons into your space also, especially if you have and know someone who only meditates to music. You never get present fully. However, an introduction like with, I'm trying to think of his name, and I have Deepak Chopra as an example, who will utilize a voice and a sound often to initialize the first phase of meditation. However, he's a safe space. However, there's others out there who utilize that as a hypnosis space, which then leaves you more disempowered than you ever have been. The work that I want to share this with you as well, because this is really important. Like, the different categories of education that I'm able to deliver all are associated with source. Eckhart Tolle speaks to one version of source. Baron Baptiste has his version of source. It's all in the beautiful symphony of life. Gary Vaynerchuk has his discussions with source, and they are released in a certain perspective based on his culture, his parents, his way he grew up, his background, his lifestyle, etc., 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 which then creates him in a certain aspect, and then it also delivers it in a certain way that a certain group of people experience the information. and his purpose is his purpose. And the same thing goes for, same thing with Baron Baptiste, same thing with Eckhart Tolle. All delivering similar messages on the different planes, aspects of getting present into self-awareness to advance humanity collectively, to get the message inserted as appropriately to individual, for the expansion of the mind, for said student to also experience their own ability to send out into the universe the delivered message as necessary as we evolve as a humanity. Meaning the younger generation evolves, and then the same messages are evolving into new messages. For example, with the internet structure that we're dealing with, there are new messages to be delivered based on the experiences of the culture of the children that are known as millennial, who are actually up to the right things. Like Harvard. There's subliminal messages in your video, by the way. And there's a siren or some bad energy exuding racism based on my video I posted. Back to getting present in the moment. You always want to be aware that you are here now. If not now, when? If not you, who? If not here, where? Baptiste Yoga. Where you are, there you are. Meaning just because you travel to California does not mean that you are going to leave your problems behind. They come with you. Where you are, there you are. It's actually a little more tragic because the stability of your safe space does not exist because you are unliked by the whole state of California. It's like one hand clapping. That's what it's like when you have a meditation teacher who teaches to music. Nothing happens. Oh, really good job. That's the teacher's this is just be present. Give me $1 million. I did my duty. I'm going home. Bye. I'm gonna get my nails done and my hair done and da 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 da. There are variants of growth when it comes to evolving your getting present in the moment. An example of your growth in getting present is you may be able to listen to a meditative Krishna Das song and the whole world exits except for the sounds of the music. You're present to the music, however, not present to your sense of inside yourself. Try practicing. You don't even have to close your eyes, but listening to music, being aware of the sounds, and then turning the music off and sitting quietly and see if you can still stay in the space of being present. Be the light. A person who has a demonic state of being utilizes the music to block the demon out, to uplift their elevation in hierarchy of who they are. And they rarely can tolerate silence because the demon shows its face. They can't stand themselves. They hate being by themselves because they hate themselves that much. And so it's like a necessity for them to constantly plug into other people so they can uplift their levels by abusing others, and then that fulfills their soul. Let's see, there's something else. You can utilize pictures to activate it too. So if you wanted to try looking at a picture, I wouldn't recommend looking at someone's face. I would recommend looking at a piece of art. But oftentimes when you look at a piece of art, as in getting present in the moment, you start taking on emotions from what was going on when the person took the photo or drew the art. Definitely do not want to create a dependence around being present. Meaning you don't want to rely on anything else except for being in this moment. A really great way to know that your yoga practice is an example of how to get present in the moment. Your eye gaze is an example. Be here now. Be here now on the mat, we say in Baptiste yoga. So different tools you can use to get present in the moment that generally brings more peace of mind is a normal behavior. And when you're out of alignment in peace of mind, you'll have the tools to know that you didn't get on your mat yesterday and that today you need to get on your mat, or that you didn't meditate yesterday and then today you need to meditate. The current state of meditation is very, very up right here due to the teachers that are teaching meditation. I say this over and over again. If you're having a music meditation, especially if it's on Spotify, you might as well dig your own grave. They're placing subliminal messages within them that you are not awake into experiencing what it actually means. It's telling you to hate yourself, to hate others, etc., etc. That's why it's like super important to pay for your music. It's how they're making money secretly. Oh, you mean you're going to just put this underneath my song so people aren't going to know? They've been doing it for centuries, or for however long we've had radio. It's how they convinced the Germans that it was okay to do that to the Jewish people. That's real stuff, by the way. However, I'm not really sure how you cannot even imagine that it's being done to you right in front of your face with your fabulous leader, Gary Vaynerchuk. That is also an example of subliminal messaging. What else are we going to talk about? Let's see. There's something else I was going to say about that. Subliminal messages, meditation. Yeah, so like getting in the present moment. Okay, rewinding everything back to the start. Getting in the present moment is being here now. There's other exercises that actually will assist you in taking yourself out of your own body, which will come later, that I can teach. Also in written works of Eckhart Tolle. So the works of Eckhart Tolle are very prominent in the getting present in the moment. Disempowered. Okay, let's talk a little bit about that. Being disempowered. What is there to, I'm looking around here. What is there to be disempowered with? I've got awesome literature thrown around my living room. I've got the ability to film. I've got a beautiful lamp right here. I've got television that's available to watch for me. Why am I disempowered? There's no reason to be disempowered. Nothing's happening to me right now. Getting present in the moment is utilizing the 17 laws of success to know that there's nothing but here and now that matters. So it's a practice. And the tools are music to start as a practice, but also knowing that you don't want to use it as a crutch. The best way to meditate is to sit quietly, whether it be for 1 minute, whether it be for 2 minutes, whether it be for 5, for 10. There's no rules, no laws when it comes to that. And then the yoga practice is another opportunity for you to strive in your getting present in the moment. It's discovering your soul's path, not their soul's path. However, there are guides that guide you along the way, and the bad ones will abuse you instead of uplift you. It's a kind of a teacher, basically, is what I'm telling you. Your teacher should be teaching you independence, not codependence. And you can usually tell what kind of yoga teacher you have or what kind of meditation teacher you have based on how they look. Because a person that's really up to moving energy, which is what all this work is about, looks like me. Looks like me. I'm not joking you. You should see some of the other teachers. They don't always look all done up because what's more important to them is delivering the messages so you can win, so you can be the leader, so you can expand yourselves. And it's called hard work. So that is the discussion that we've evolved with the Present by Eckhart Tolle. The energy today is quite rocky and rough, possibly due to the content that I've been posting, as we have an immature audience known as the clan. The funny, hilarious point about all this stuff is not one person has reached out to me to speak on the matter. Not one person has reached out to me to discuss any of my posting. So I'm going to continue to post and have a blast because I'm actually really enjoying it. Make sure you stand a little further away apart from each other so I can take him out of more of the photos and utilize him for my fabulous content while you just look pretty. Now tell me if that is Gary Vaynerchuk, and please go watch some of his old videos where he discusses that he does not care about that. It's called posturing. He's got several videos out there discussing it. Everything he says that comes out of his mouth demonstrates everything that he is against. And you can take a look at the woman in the same outfit that I've been wearing for the last 10 years, who's literally single white female. And then you want to remember no fear. Because the energy that she's exuding is horror. As she sits in her little meditation chair with her Farsi language. Not normal. Not normal, folks. It's embarrassing. It's quite embarrassing. Anywho, enjoy your day, but I will be posting more informative care information because I have other stuff I'd like to discuss.